Hey guys, welcome to the farm, to the shop. This is Tuesday number 2 of coronavirus quarantining. Quite frankly, it's sort of a miserable thing, but this is the best time of the year that I could be stuck at home, and I'm just trying to keep busy, but that's not hard because there are plenty of projects around the farm to do, right here in the shop, out around the buildings. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys about something that I just built, something that I'm very excited about, and something that I've been wanting for a very long time. And once I put it together and used it, I didn't realize how much I actually needed it. Um, and that is a tooth bar for the bucket of my New Holland TC18 here, which, if you watch my channel, pretty much all it is videos of me doing stuff with that tractor. So here is the tooth bar, and it is completely homemade. Uh, I will put a link in the description if you like, or in the comments if anybody wants, of these teeth. I got these on Amazon, a set of 5 teeth for like, I think it was a little over $100, like maybe like $110, but a set of 3 of them was like $70, so that didn't make any sense to me. But they're good, heavy, solid teeth. They come in 2 pieces, and they have these shanks that hold them together, and once that's in there, it's pretty much in there. So yeah, so I put those on before I put it together, but anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is half-inch flat bar. This is also half-inch flat bar. I just welded it together, and these teeth are actually designed to come back. They came back about this far, this shank did, and they were made to, I believe they were made to weld directly to the lip of the bucket. So I obviously didn't want that. That would limit the use of my bucket. I wouldn't be able to use it for snow or grading or anything like that, or be able to put my forks on. But so I cut it off and just welded it straight to the edge of the tooth bar. And I actually grinded it down in like a little V shape and got a big bead of solder down in there and made it real strong. And I've been using this tooth bar like crazy. Doing all kinds of digging projects with it. I have a pile of old road millings out by my barn, which has been there since I was in elementary school, and it was rock solid. Let me say rock solid. And with just the cutting edge on the bucket in 4-wheel drive, full throttle, it would not break the surface, but this tooth bar cut right through it like it was nothing. So if you have a little tractor and you plan on doing a lot of digging, like in the ground digging up stumps, digging up roots, anything like that, that's going to make a huge difference. Not so much with like digging into a pile of manure or anything like that. It just kind of gets all gunked up and is gross, and not something you want to mess with. But anyway, yeah, I built it, and I'd say the whole project probably cost me about I'd say about $125, because the flat bar I bought from a weld shop, and that was about 25-30 bucks, and then the teeth were $100, and I already had everything I needed, like the hardware. There are holes here in the end, and I had to drill holes in the side of my bucket, which is no big deal. But I had to drill holes in the side of my bucket to mount it tight, and I already had the hardware, so that's pretty much all. Maybe let's round it up to 140 bucks, but that's a lot less than what they are pre-built on from like Titan attachments or Heavy Hitch or anything like that. So also I couldn't find one that fit this bucket. It's a very awkward size. It's like 54 inches, and most of them I think are 60 inches or 48 inches. Like my uncle has a 1025R, and his bucket is significantly shorter than this one, I believe. But anyway, I wanted one to really get the max use out of my bucket that I could, and I feel like I definitely have now. So if you give me a minute to, I'm going to set the camera down, and I'll show you how it mounts up. Alright. Chihuahua! I always forget how heavy this thing is. It's pretty heavy, which is good. You want it to be heavy. You have to use the half-inch flat bar. If you don't use the half-inch, is probably going to bow or flex on you or break even, and you really don't want that. And also, it's on there. My bolts. Now, I have to wiggle it around a little bit to get the bolts in because I got it, the holes a little bit off center, but not enough to make a difference. And just 1 second, guys. Got a little ahead of myself here. Now I need a wrench. Got to get my tools out before I do stuff like this, and I always forget about it. There's a wrench. Okay, so now I usually use my impact to put this on because you want it to be as absolute tight as you possibly can get it. Oh, I got the wrong size socket, guys. The only thing about using the impact is eventually the hardware, the bolts will or nuts will probably be worn, but that's not a big deal. If you're like me, you buy them by the pound. So, all right. I should have had all this stuff ready before I started the video, but I've just been trying to get it done, and I have other things I need to do today, so. All right, as you can see, they are as tight as they're possibly going to get, and there is also no wiggle in this thing at all. Now, any kind of play in it, like if it wiggles around or moves back and forth or up and down, that will make or break a tooth bar. And that's coming from a buddy of mine who has worked in for a paving company in construction, so he knows. And you also want to make sure that there's a lot of things to take into account. I don't have any exact measurements. I just ill-prepared, I guess, but whenever you, because it's going to be different for whatever length your bucket is anyway, so my measurements wouldn't help you anyhow. So do a lot of measuring. Don't rush through this project. Take your time. It took me, I built it, took me about a full day to build it just because the cutting and the drilling of the steel, this is hard stuff to drill through, guys. The cutting and the drilling of the steel took several hours, and then the welding, you know, I did that pretty relatively fast. But and if you don't, I imagine you can probably go to a weld shop and have one made up for you. If you go in with the supplies, it might be a little bit cheaper. I don't know. We have some weld shops around this area that would definitely do that for us. But I mean, if you know how to weld and you have you have the ability to do these things, it wasn't hard to build. So just make sure that you make it to fit your bucket just right. I made mine, so there is no, like I said, no play, no wiggle room, nothing. It is specifically for this bucket. And it fits like a nice tight glove. So, and there it is. Makes the bucket look pretty awesome too, if you ask me. But anyway, it definitely gives you the full capacity of use of your tractor loader bucket. So I hope if you guys put one together that you have as good a luck as I did, and enjoy it as much as I do, and get as much use out of it as I do. So I will post, if anybody wants to know where I got these on. I got them on Amazon, but I will post an exact link to the teeth that I got. There are several different types you can get. Anyway, I will post a link in the comments if anybody wants. Just leave me a comment. Any rude comments will be deleted. I know there's going to be some, so just letting you guys know. Okay, take care now. Bye.